to Caitlin Bender's Tomorrow's Evening with me, Caitlin Bender, making this today to bring to you tomorrow in the evening. I'm so happy to be here in the evening with you. Now, what is an evening? I say an evening is whenever you have time to yourself. Or perhaps you're sharing that time with friends, but it's a relaxing moment where you can have coffee or tea or maybe no beverage. Maybe it's not your friends, maybe it's family, maybe it's an animal. But it's really you time. You just get to take a moment. Maybe your evening's in the morning, maybe your evening's in the middle of the night. Words morph and change with use. That's how language works. And the more we use and misuse them, the more they morph and grow. And that can really tick some people off, which just adds to the fun in my opinion. I have some updates for the last episode. My family informed me that Alabama does have stink bugs. A cousin pointed out, perhaps I didn't notice it because there are so many bugs in the South and they tend to be larger than other places. And those are good theories, but I think maybe because they're invasive species, they weren't as prevalent when I was young as they are now. But who's to say? This episode, we have 3 segments. We're gonna have my thoughts, or some of my thoughts on moss, and a song by Madeline Adams, but performed by me, Caitlin Bender, called Good Houses. And we're gonna kick things off with the first commissioned song of the program. Katie Powers wanted me to help her dad realize the potential of a song he had sung once. And so I stepped in to help. The next segment is, I'd say collaboration between Papa Powers, Handel, and myself. It's titled Bad and Filthy. And while trying to figure out what kind of images I could put to this song, really only one thing came to mind. And I'd suggest if you're a little sensitive, maybe skipping ahead. Because the thing I chose to represent Bad and Filthy is goose tongues. It doesn't even sound pleasant. Goose tongues. Roll it.
Bad and filthy, and filthy, and filthy.
Bad and filthy, 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 and we shall stink forever and ever. We shall stink forever and ever. Bad of bads forever and ever. Bad and filthy, bad and filthy. Filth of filths forever and ever. Bad and filthy, bad and filthy. And we shall sing forever and ever. Bad and filthy, bad and filthy, bad and filthy, bad and filthy, bad and filthy.
Yuck. Disgusting. Ugh. Well, now for some soothing moss. Moss. I really enjoy seeing it on my walks. It's a primeval plant, which means it hasn't changed the way it does things in a very long time. And it's really good at what it does. It just chills wherever it wants to. On rocks, on dead trees, on live trees, in the cracks in the sidewalk. Basically wherever they can do their thing, they can live, which is pretty awesome, and why they've been around so long. It's a non-vascular plant, so it doesn't have xylem or phloem. It absorbs water right from its leaves. And it doesn't have roots either. It has things called rhizoids, which just anchors it to wherever it's chilling. Reproduces through spores, and you'll see some of the stalks, the sporophytes, which are the stalks that grow, and then at the top they're little capsules full of spores, and the wind blows the spores possibly worldwide. They're very nice to feel. They're usually soft. A surprising fact is that many can survive desiccation, which is when they dry out, and they can survive in that state for a couple of months before needing to be rehydrated, which is really cool. Some of them have natural occurring antifreeze properties, which is why they can stay green in the winter. Something so soft and on paper seemingly fragile is pretty tough. If you see it on your walks, I'd say take a closer look. Moss. Now that was soothing. The next segment will feature me covering a song by Madeline. It's called Good Houses. I first heard it on a mix CD made for me by my friend Andrea in high school. She also took me to my first house show, which happened to feature Madeline, Japanther, Abstract Artemis, and Pine Hill Haints. And it was in the living room of our friend's parents' house. There was a root beer keg. And right now, you might be far from family or friends, or you might just be down the street but you can't be with them. And it can be hard. And I think this song does a good job addressing the bittersweetness of different situations. Good endless surprises, good reasons for waking, good friends or good family, with hearts overflowing from kindness from strangers, will to survive. Our hearts are all pounding, God knows we're alive. Good houses, decisions, you're married with children, sweet cages, thought you were mine. With our backs to the wind and our faces to bend, all the rules and our feet cross the line. Apologies given too thin air, can't listen, the vibrations don't hit your drums. Of the heads that deserve this, useless excuses, it didn't work, but we really tried. Good timing, found speechless, we tripped on our moments. Good gracious, who left who behind? Let's live in the hour, make powerful statements of how we will not let this die. This is not what I had in mind. 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 Good houses.